All right, now that that smoothie is smelling fresh and nice and dry, it's time to start cutting in our pattern. And I'm going to use my Andis Ultra Edge, and we're going to do a pet trim first. And so we're going to use the 7 blade. All right, guys, we're going to take a look at this. Take a look at your dogs. Lift their neck up. You can see this reverse pattern that naturally grows on all of our smooths. This is actually the coat that we're going to be cutting in reverse on a reverse clip. That means you're going to go against the grain. And we're going to cut all of this out. Just follow that natural line where the two coats grow in different directions. So we're going to cut all this out underneath the neck. And we're going to start right about here, right where that last little whisker is here. And we're going to clip that in reverse all the way through, all the way down to the breastbone in that V pattern. You can see when I lift Echo's neck up here how that V is. We're going to clip that all out. In the rear, it's the same. I'm very delicate in here. Some people on the showroom will clip all of the reverse coat out in between their little rosettes there, but I personally just like to clean that up and accentuate their assets there. All right, guys, here's a little pro training tip right here. So this is how I actually started Echo for her very first groom. All we did is turn the clippers on, and I rubbed them all over her, let her smell them, and just relaxed and gave her a little rub and let her know that it's all good. And that's all we did. That was her very first groom, was just the introduction of the clippers. And then she got a cookie and she got down off the table and told her she was amazing. And teach your guys to stand on the table. Makes it a lot easier when you're doing things versus them constantly wanting to sit down. So let's get started. Let's get these clipper lines cut in, and we're going to flip that ear back, and we're going to start up here by the cheeks, and we're going to clip and follow that line in and get that all nice and clipped out right on the line. Don't be afraid to mess up, guys. When I first started, you know what? I messed up a lot. But you know what? Guess what? The hair grows back, and you can try it again. Don't worry about messing up. I expect you guys, especially that's never done this before, you probably will mess up. The main thing is just be calm and just be patient. And if you don't get the head done that day, don't worry about it, because it'll happen. You'll learn. They'll learn that grooming's fun. And it's relaxing and it feels good. Echo would not allow me to do her head until the 3rd groom. On the 3rd groom, she did amazing. She was just as steady as she is right here on her 3rd groom. But we're going to go from the ear to the corner of the eye and clean out that cheek. Now, this is more for my people that are looking to do the show groom, but I personally think it just looks amazing, even on the pet groom. Just to clean out those chunky cheeks. Our smoothies should not be cheeky. They should be nice and smooth all the way down through that muzzle. We should not have big cheeks on our breed. So they should be have nice flat cheeks. So here we're going to come up underneath here and start clipping out that pattern. Again, here we are in reverse. We're going to go all the way up to that last little whisker that's up underneath the jaw. So just take your time. You're not in a race. Just get that. I always start in the middle and then work my way out to the neck where the hair switches that pattern in a growth pattern, and I'll just clip that out. I also, on my show trims, use my 7 blade down here on the front where the hair grows in reverse there. So I'll take the corner of my clippers and get that V cut in for that area down there. And I will flip the ear back again. But you're just going to clip those cheeks out just to that that little whisker that grows out on the sides of their cheeks. And you can see as I'm grooming there that Echo's tricolor is being revealed there. But just keep clipping that out until you got it all the way up to where the coat switches that pattern. All right, let's flip Miss Echo around and let's take a look at this rear here. Now, for my pet grooms, just clean this up back here. Just get rid of some of the crazy overgrowth that takes place. One, it helps really keep them sanitary back here. And I just think it looks nice and shows off the smooth fox terrier lines. So work with your dog here and just go. For Echo, we're going to be going in a 45. Each dog is a little different back here, so you're just going to have to kind of play around. But you don't want really them to look shaved back here. You're just cleaning up the overgrowth of the wispy hairs. Take it really slow, a little bit at a time until you find out what you think looks best and it's nice and tidy. But I like cleaning up nice back here. Echo's getting ready for the show, so I'm going to get a little tight with her back here. And I'm going to clean up all throughout the bottom and base of the tail. I like grabbing the base of the tail and kind of pushing that hair towards the clippers, and it kind of helps push out that excess growth, so you can clip that off quite nice. And guys, I do apologize for my hands getting in part of the way for some of you guys seeing exactly what I'm doing here, but it was difficult for me to do this without an assistant coming in with the camera. Now guys, I'm not in this area back here, up on her shelf there, I'm not digging in really deeply on her coat. I'm just skimming the top surface. I'm not trying to dig those clippers down into that coat at all. I'm just taking a little bit at a time and working my way down to the coat versus just taking those clippers and really, going in there. I'm just skimming off and just cleaning up lines. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not trying to take off too much coat. Actually, the smooth fox terrier should have hair on the insides of those legs. Those should not be bare. And I see a lot of people do that in the show ring, and that's not correct. All right, now that we got all the main clipper work done, we're going to start cleaning up the lines. Here we're going to use the mini Arco, nice and quiet, and it's super fine. I'm going to use this on the skirting, and you're just going to follow that pattern right on the flank. Don't try to cut too far up. Just use the natural curve of the dog to follow that line and get it nice and clean. Just take your time here. You might mess up a couple of times on your first go, but again, you're just skimming the surface and working your way down. Don't rush it. Also going to do that here on the elbow. Just take off just the tip. Just skim off just a little bit of that overgrowth. All right, continuing down using our mini Arcos, we're going to clean up all this excess overgrowth underneath the foot pads and just clean that up. We're not digging down into the footbed. We're just skimming off what overgrows the pads.